Hello everybody. In this video class I would like to explain you the difference between cyclical analysis and cyclical counting. As an example, we will analyze here 50, 20 and 10 year cycles. We will try to analyze it using cyclical analysis and using cyclical counting. Why I recording this video? Because users often ask questions like this: if you analyze price action now and price action, for example, 50 years ago or whatever, how many years ago, we will get some similarity. Can we use this information somehow? Okay, let's start. Let's start with cyclical analysis, and we will conduct cyclical analysis for 10 years cycle. There is a very good math procedure for year analysis to do this work, but before that you need to check how much price history you have. Because if we analyze the cycle with period 10 years, we need to have at least 2 full periods of price history. In other words, we need to have at least 20 years of price history. Better 3 full cycles. In other words, better 30 years of price history. But we will analyze here Dow Jones since 1885. We have enough price history to analyze 10 year cycles, to analyze 20 year cycles, and even we can try to analyze 50 year cycle. Okay, I have already downloaded Dow Jones, here it is, and to conduct our analysis you need to run astronomy model, composite model, here it is. This is astronomy model. Let's display this projection, let's do it smaller. Okay, by default it displays annual cycle, sun annual cycle. Let's display it together with price chart. Let's make this projection line bolder. Let it be okay, green thick. Okay, this is annual cycle. Click this button once again, this small button, customize standard cycles, and here there is last option, other, and here you can choose the period, 10 years cycle. Here it is. You see, this is 10 year cycle. The program conducts standard math procedure, and it calculates projection line based on a 10 year cycle. Since this button to this button, since till this button, whatever. Because you see, because we have enough price history, 10 years. 10 years, how many periods? 50 periods we have, not 13 periods we have. For Dow Jones, we can conduct walk forward analysis for this cycle to figure out how this cycle works or does not work. Click WFA button, and we will get now, just a sec, it's calculating, it's a lot of calculations conducts, but look at this, what. Wow, I didn't expect actually, you see. Oh, it's good. You see, till beginning of 2000, actually this cycle worked, worked long period, worked very well, by the way. You see, it's bright right bars. It means that correlation between this cycle and price was very good. But last 20 years, it's not working, or maybe it's working in inverted mode. So we have some idea how this cycle works. Next parameter I recommend to play, maybe it makes sense to make this projection line more detailed, like set it, for example, 33%, it will be more detailed projection line, or more less detailed, more smooth projection line. Okay, that's it, will be more smooth. Just a second, okay. So this is 10 years cycle. Now we will calculate superposition based on 10, 20 and 50 year cycles. Do it this way. Click this button, plus button, this small button, and you see what's going on. The program will put this cycle, 10 year cycle, to composite box. Okay, we saved composite box, 10 year cycle into composite box. Next we'll calculate 20 year cycle. 20-year cycle, it's here, and look how it works, how it looks. This is, you see, look at this. Now we have here two cycles. This is composite box, and another green, bold green. This is current composite. This is 20-year cycle. Let's change the color for composite box projection line. Click, you see composite box here. You can display it, composite box, or hide it, and double click here, and we will change the color. Let's it will be red. So red, it will be superposition of our cycles. This is you see this, you see green. This is 20-year cycle, and we add this 20-year cycle to composite box as well. Click plus, and now in composite box we have two cycles. You see. Next cycle, it will be a 50-year cycle. 50-year cycle. Put this to a 20-year cycle, a 50-year cycle to composite box, plus button. And you see we have this is red, this is superposition of 10, 20, and 50-year cycle. Let's hide current composite. It will not display 50-year cycle. This is green. It will display only composite box. You see composite box, it's here, red line. So this is how superposition based on this three cycles works. It is. Next step, you see this is 50-year cycle. This is between this bottom and this bottom and this bottom. This is 50-year cycle works. There are a lot of this is 10-year cycles. And also you can see a 20-year cycle. You can see it, maybe it's here. From here to here, from here to here, from here to here. Yeah. So this is formal cyclical analysis for these three cycles. Let's now do counting. I minimize now composite box. I will hide projection line. We do not need anymore. And you see for counting. This is when we do how many calculate exactly amount of days from some important date. And so for counting, the most important issue, this is specify the starting point. Then when our counting starts, starting point. So for Dow Jones, I still believe that Great Depression, this is most important event. So it took place, started October 27, 1929. Here it is. You see, we will use this event as a starting point. Now, the tool that we can use here, this is this. You see, Astro-based charting tool button, click it here, and you will get planetary steps charting tool. Here it is. How it works? You can specify any planets and calculate just planetary stepping, like directly the program will display these vertical lines separated by 15 degrees, 30 degrees, 15 degrees steps for sun travels. And but you see there is one more option here. It allows to calculate not only planetary stepping but year stepping. For example, I type here 10 y ... let's do 20 steps. Click here, OK here, and you see the program will calculate, will display 10-year stepping. Once again, I will need to see it in bigger scale. You see, we can see here 10-year steps. Let's modify it a bit. Just a second, I will just return it to this point. OK, make right mouse click on this anchor, and now we'll change parameters here. Add one more stepping, 20-year stepping, 20 years, 20. Let's display change the color. Set color for 10 years stepping. Let it be red. This is colon symbol. Colon, it's two vertical dots. Colon, red. It doesn't matter how many steps I have, so I can put 100, 120. It should cover our screen. 20 years, let's be this stepping blue. And 50 years. Why? It will be red. Green. Okay, now we'll see. You will see all these steps separated by 10 years, 10 and 20 years. Green, this is separated by 50 years. So all steps are here. The most important feature here, you see, because we can change, modify, move these charting tools, and you see all this line change, like set it, for example, to these tops. Okay, check how it works in past. Yeah, we'll set it to some another. So this is counting. What else? Actually, you can combine this analysis with using astronomical metrics. For example, let's display together with these lines Jupiter heliocentric cycle. Vertical line separated by a full Jupiter heliocentric cycle. This is about 12 years period, and this is why I recommend it for these cycles. So do this way. I will draw one more charting tool. Let's be just a sec, and planetary steps, and let's be it will be Jupiter heliocentric, Jupiter heliocentric, 160 degrees, and let's be 10, 20, what doesn't matter. So I draw one more charting tool. Here it is, and here I will change the color for Jupiter lines. It will be overtones, display thick, and this one it will be color for Jupiter lines. Here, look at this how it looks. So now we have separation 10 years separation, 20 years, and full Jupiter cycle. Here it is. So that's it. Thank you.